Good morning, folks. This is Gavin from Injiri Barbecue. I've now named my barbecue as Injiri, which is a warthog in the African language from Zimbabwe, where we come from. Right, so today we're going to be smoking some cheese, cold smoking some cheese. I've had it out now, I've chopped it into pieces. I just go to the supermarkets and get sort of the run-of-the-mill cheese, chop it into twos, let it come up to temperature a little bit to ambient, because it doesn't want to be too cold. You can't smoke cheese at more than about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, so today is nice and cool, the ideal time to do it. I've got a little ProQ cold smoke generator. You fill it with sawdust, you put a little tea light on the side here, that starts it off. I then put it in the bottom of the smoker and I put a baffle plate so the smoke doesn't come straight up and hit one piece of cheese. It sort of baffles out and it sort of oozes up. The sawdust that I use is homemade. Whenever I get any logs or anything that I use a chainsaw to collect to cut into pieces, I then collect all the sawdust and I just use it like that. Today we're using ash and beech, so we'll now light the cold smoke generator and get going from there. So now we're going to fill the ProQ up. Quite a messy job, this. Don't want any to stick up over the sides, otherwise it'll all catch alight and it's not supposed to. It's just supposed to burn slowly through the maize. A little bit more. Right, so now none of it's going to jump across the maize. We then get our little tea light. We light it and we put it in the side there. Put a little screw on so you can pull it in and out. So that's now going to start burning. That now we'll leave for a bit and then we'll put it inside the smoker and then we'll set the smoker up. Right, so you can see it started smoking. Just the tea light burning through there, started smoking. So we'll place him in the bottom. We will then put the barrel over, then as I said, I've got a baffle plate, so it's a baffle full of holes, and I've got fittings on the inside here where it fits in, and now it just hits those baffles, comes up through the little holes, got holes all round, and then underneath the two grates which will have all the cheese on, and then it'll be smoked in about 5 hours, 3 to 5 hours. Close the door. We'll leave it about 20 minutes before we actually put the cheese inside. So there's all the cheeses now. I've put them on the grates. It's always better to stand them up and then after about an hour you turn them over and you turn them a few times just to get cheese all smoked all round. Okay, so you can see there's been lots of smoke being generated in there now. So we're going to take out the little tea light. Is that still on? So the tea light is out. Still smoking, so that looks like it's going nicely. So we will put the trays of cheese inside. Right, so that's all the cheese in. Then we will put the lid. And then we will put a temperature probe unit in the side. It'll just clip on there. And I will put the probe through the hole there. And it'll just give me the temperature of the inside. I know it's going to be fine. We don't want to go above 90. It's now on 45 degrees Fahrenheit, so we're fine. And it's nice and cool today. There's the smoke starting to come out the top. So we're all ready to go. We'll leave it for an hour or so, and then we'll turn them. And each hour we'll keep turning. Let's have a quick look and see how much smoke is going there. It's been going about 5 minutes. Oh, perfect. Okay then, so after an hour we're going to now turn all the cheeses over so it can penetrate all round a lot better. Just basically turn them all over like this. Right, put them back in. And put the lid back on. It's sitting at 61 degrees Fahrenheit now. It was about 65, I think, before I took the lid off. So, no, it's going well. Okay, so the cheese has now had about 4.5 hours of smoke. It's got a bit darker, so which is a good thing, which means the smoke's gone in. I will now take them off, put them in the fridge for a day, and then take them out after that, vacuum seal them, and then put them back in the fridge just to mellow for a few weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks even, before we start eating. So that is that stage over. Next stage is sealing. So I've taken the cheese out of the fridge now. They've been in there about 18 hours. It just starts just to mellow them out. I've put little labels with I've dated my bags. So I put one piece in each. We go into the vacuum machine. Right, that's one done. Right, so there's our cheese, a nice little bag for the Dayton. They will now go in the fridge for about 3 to 4 weeks before we start eating them. Just for all the smoke to mellow right through the cheese, and it becomes nice and tasty. And that's it. So that's how we do our smoked cheese. We do quite a lot of it, as and when needed. We just get a whole lot in and do a whole lot of smoking. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and see you on the next one.